Hello guys, welcome to IDE channel. Today we can see how to create Spring Boot project through Spring IO or through IDE. Okay, so first we'll try to create through Spring Initializer. So let me open Spring Initializer now. If we enter Spring IO, the URL, you can see right Spring Initializer. So if I click Spring Initializer, so you can see it is showing some of the attributes, right? So in the project, you can create, through Maven project, otherwise Gradle project. So I'll go with Maven, and the language is Java, and Spring Boot version is 2.4.4. Okay, and the project metadata, I can see the group is the package name, artifact and name. If you want, we can change this. Instead of demo, we can say Spring Boot demo, Spring Boot demo, and yeah. So packaging is jar. The Java version, I'm going to select 8, Java 8, and in the right side dependencies we have, right? So what are the dependencies you need? We can add here itself. So if I click add dependency, so we can see multiple dependencies here, right? So uh, we will talk about in depth each and every dependencies in upcoming videos, but at present I'll add some 2 3 dependencies for this video purpose. So if you see this, right, Spring Boot Dev Tools, so you can see this provides fast application restarts, live reload, and configurations for enhanced development experience. So if you add this dependency, right, so you don't need to restart each and every time when you are changing the class files. Actually, it automatically reboot and restart the application, and it compiles automatically. For that purpose, we can use the Spring Boot Dev Tools. I'll add this, and I'll go on that Spring Web dependency. So by using this Spring Web dependency, you can see build web application, including RESTful application using Spring MVC. Okay, even it will provide you an embedded Tomcat server. Okay, I'll add this, and okay, with this, you can see multiple here, right? So you can see Jersey dependencies, time leaf, and Spring security over the 2 client, over the 2 resource server. So we'll talk about these dependencies in our upcoming videos. So at present, I'm not going to select those. And you can see Spring Data JPA. So how to the connecting with connection databases, right? So we'll use Spring Data JPA dependency. This also we'll see in future. And let me add for H2 database. This is the in-memory database, right? So I'll add this for time being, right? So I have added these 3 dependencies, and let me generate the projects. So if you click generating, then it will create you the zip file for you, right? So let me open this folder. So let me extract this first. Let me copy and bring to. Yeah, yeah. I'm just extracting this now. So this is the extracted folder, right? So if you open this, this is like a Maven project, right? You can see pom.xml. So this we can import into our IDE actually. Okay, let me do that. So from here, so I'll open that project actually. So you can see, right, this is my folder, the Spring Boot demo. So this I'm just trying to open here. So new window I selected. So it is downloading all the dependencies actually. You can see here. Yep, it got downloaded. You can see Spring Boot demo application, right? So if I expand this, so in the pom.xml, so we can see some of the dependencies which we selected, right? So if you see this is parent, dependency, like a Spring Boot starter parent, and the version which we selected is 2.4.4. Okay, and you can see the name of our application and the version. You wanted to change version, you can change this, and the artifact ID. Okay, the Java version is 1.8, which I selected, and you can see the Spring Boot starter web and dev tools and the in-memory database dependency, and it will add automatically Spring Boot starter test for creating test cases. Okay, so we'll see, we'll use this also. So yeah, if I go to the external libraries, right, you can see here, right, all the dependencies has been downloaded here. H2 database and the log4j, right? You can see JNet dependencies, and you can see auto config, Spring Boot, DevTools starter, and starter test, starter Tomcat. So all the dependency has been downloaded here. Okay. So this is how Spring Boot will take care of. We need to manually add those chars here. So if we add the parent dependencies, it automatically downloads the related required dependencies. So now we'll move to SRC folder. In SRC folder, we can see main and test, right? So in test folder, we can create our test classes, and we can create test cases as well here. So and in main, you will have Java source folder, and one more is resources. So in resources, we can see static and template folders, right? You can add your static files like HTMLs and CSS and stuff, and all you can add here. And we'll have application dot properties. This is the one property file we will have in our Spring Boot application. Here we can add our database configurations, or you can define your server port and all you can define here. So we'll define our server port at present. So let me add this as 8090. So I define my server port, right? And if I go to the Java, so you can see that by default there is one Spring Boot demo application class has been created. So here you can see this is the main class for this application, right? When you start this application, so Spring Boot will get start initializing here. Okay. So here we have used at the Spring Boot application. So this is the main annotation in Spring Boot. So now we can create one REST controller. So I can say Spring Boot REST controller. Okay. So we can expose some get methods here in Spring Boot REST controller. So we'll add class level annotations like REST controller. So then Spring Boot knows like this is like a REST controller class, right? And I'll add request mapping, and I can define the URI here. So I can say demo, right? Now we'll create one method here. One second. We'll use response entity. So welcome, the method name, and it will return some string. Okay. So we'll return welcome to Spring Boot. Okay. Welcome to Spring Boot. And we'll add the HTTP status here. So we can say instead of accepted, we can return okay. And one more thing is we should add it's a get method or post method. We'll use get mapping, and you can add the path also here. So it's welcome. So this is how we can create one REST controller in Spring Boot. It's very simple actually. If you use Spring Boot, like we have to do multiple the configurations things, and you have to add the dependencies, also just dependencies, and you have to create the REST services, right? So here it's very simple by using the annotations. So now let me start my application. Okay. Yeah, my Spring Boot is server is started, and you can see here right in that logs, the port is 80908 picked up. Okay. And let me invoke this API from Postman. Okay. So I have get, this is a get, right? So this is a get method, and local host colon 8090/demo/welcome, right? and if I hit this, so we can see the response here, right? Welcome to Spring Boot, right? So this is how we can create a one REST service through Spring Boot. And yeah, here we can add some log information also we can add here. So we can create one log object here. So get log we can say. So the class name we can provide here. So we'll import this log4j. Now if I add this inside this method, right, I can add some info here. Info you can add, or warnings you can add. So we'll say inside welcome method. Okay. So let me restart here. Yeah, our server started actually. Let me clear the here logs. And if I hit the API again, so it's written the value properly. And you can see our log info also here. You can write this is the info. So inside welcome method, right? This is how we can add our logs also. So this is like this application we created through Spring Boot Initializer. Even in the IDE itself, we can create this application. Like if you go to new, okay, or 1 second, let me go to file, and yeah, if you file and new and project, okay, and you can see Spring Initializer here. The same way you can give the your application name and the version language, which Java version or or any other language like programming language, Groovy or Kotlin, and you can use even Maven or Gradle build tools, okay. And same way you can select Java, which version you want, and if you click go ahead, so it will create same Maven project again. So this is how we can create Spring Boot application, and we can create REST services like this. So this is all in this video. So in my upcoming videos, we'll see how we can able to add Spring security dependencies and even data JPA. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.